Quinlan was here.
Jedi Master Quinlan Vos was born on the inner rim planet of Kifu. He had a very unique force ability called Psychometry. He could touch an inanimate object and feel its history and its memories through the force. This made him a perfect candidate to go on undercover missions deep in the criminal underworld. He could touch a glass or a blaster and see who had touched it in the past. This made him an excellent investigator. We first caught a glimpse of Quinlan as a background character in the Phantom Menace on Tatooine when Qui-Gon first discovers little Anakin Skywalker. He made an appearance in the Clone Wars where he was teamed up with a very reluctant Obi-Wan Kenobi to chase after Zero the Hutt, who had just escaped captivity on Coruscant. He was a very wild, charismatic, maverick type of Jedi, so it was a night and day difference between him and the straight-laced Obi-Wan Kenobi. They tracked down Zero the Hutt using Quinlan's psychometry, only to find Zero brought on his own demise by a vengeful ex-girlfriend. They battled the bounty hunter Cad Bane, who had been hired by the Hutts to bring him back to Nal Hutta. Later in the Clone Wars, Quinlan was tasked by the Jedi Council with tracking down and killing Count Dooku. He ended up partnering with the dark side assassin, Asajj Ventress, in his quest. Ventress was progressing and becoming more powerful in the dark side, so much so that in Season 3 of the Clone Wars, Palpatine ordered Dooku to kill Ventress. She ended up escaping that attack on Dathomir, but not without a new goal of killing her former master. Quinlan went undercover as a bounty hunter, not telling Ventress that he was a Jedi. At least not at first. During the time Ventress and Quinlan were together, they both eventually fell in love, and Quinlan finally reveals that he's a Jedi and that he was sent to kill Count Dooku. She's able to use their feelings for each other to convince Quinlan to actually train in the dark side of the Force in order to accomplish this goal. She does this by telling him that Dooku killed his old master, Jedi Master Thulm. Quinlan does briefly fall to the dark side, where he and Ventress finally face Dooku. Together, there's still no match for him, and he easily defeats the two in battle. Dooku captures Quinlan as battle droids chase off Ventress. He tortures Quinlan for weeks, where he reveals to him that it was actually Ventress who killed his old master. Quinlan then becomes Dooku's new apprentice under the new name Admiral Enigma. Under his new master, he assassinates Senator Viento in his quarters on Coruscant. Ventress eventually returns with Boba Fett and some other bounty hunters she hired to try and rescue Vos. Vos at this point is enraged at Ventress for killing his master, and he tries to kill her. She once again is able to escape, but heartbroken, and is so desperate that she actually goes to her longtime adversary, Obi-Wan Kenobi, to try and get him to help her capture Vos, and then they can bring him back to face the Jedi Council for his crimes. After he's captured, Quinlan tells the Council that Dooku forced him to commit those actions. The Jedi somehow believe him, and his place is restored among them, but not for long. Now, Ventress knew he was lying the entire time, and eventually Yoda's able to see through these lies as well. Ventress helps Vos escape the Jedi and once again embrace Dooku and the dark side. At this point, Ventress wants Quinlan to get out from under Dooku's power and manipulation. She begins to realize that the dark side is a never-ending desire to gain power. You're never satisfied, you're never happy, and she starts to have a bit of a revelation that she herself has left the dark side behind. Now, this is quite ironic. Love has aided in Quinlan's fall to the dark side, but love has also brought Ventress back from its grip. This new light shines on Ventress, and she releases all of her anger, all of her thirst for vengeance, and all of her past. Dooku senses that Ventress is trying to turn Vos away from his grasp, so with Force Lightning, he attacks her. Quinlan jumps into the middle, reflecting the lightning with his lightsaber back onto Dooku. He almost kills Dooku, but sees Ventress lying motionless, but still breathing on the ground. He goes into a rage, standing over Dooku, lightsaber at his throat. But as he does, he realizes that killing Dooku out of rage and out of revenge would push him to the dark side in a way that there was no coming back from. He realizes that he's in fact a Jedi. Ventress knows as she died that she has awakened the light side inside of Vos. She sacrificed her life to save his. This in turn brought them both back from the dark side. Man, this is a better story than The Notebook. Now, this is where Star Wars Legends and Star Wars canon are at odds with where Quinlan Vos goes from here. We know he survives Order 66. Now, in Legends, Quinlan was on Kashyyyk during Order 66 with Yoda and Luminara Unduli. We know from Revenge of the Sith that she was killed there while Yoda escapes. What we know in Legends is that Quinlan faked his death on Kashyyyk and essentially disappears. Now in new canon, Quinlan Vos moves his troops to a planet called Boss Pity, and during Order 66, he's able to escape with his new love, Colleen Hens, and was actually shown on a list of surviving Jedi to be hunted by the Inquisitors. Now here, if you haven't seen episode 3 of Kenobi, I'm going to be talking about some things that happen here. So spoiler alert, you've been officially warned. As of 10 years after Order 66, he is helping save Force-sensitive children and other Jedi through his underground system that's been developed to a planet called Jabeam. There, they are given new identities from an anti-imperial network. In episode 3 of Kenobi, Obi-Wan sees the writing from Quinlan Vos in that hidden room just outside the tunnel entrance. It reads, "Only when the eyes are closed can you truly see the way." And what I love about this scene is the reaction from Obi-Wan. Here, I feel like we got just a glimpse of hope for the first time, and even a little smile from him. It was a sincere look of shock, of surprise, and dare I say, hope. What do you think of seeing Quinlan Vos mentioned in the Kenobi series? Are we going to see more of him and his role of smuggling Force-sensitive children? Or maybe in another series like Andor? The Kenobi series also brought the Inquisitors to live action, and they have a pretty interesting backstory. Click this video here to check out how Vader trained them, as well as some other cool facts about these dark side Jedi hunters. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.